Welcome to the final week of our Gomukhasana series, week 7. This is where we put everything together. So let's get started. Number 1, we'll work on the external rotation of the upper arm in Gomukhasana. Let's begin in Virasana to give ourselves a thigh stretch. So come onto your knees. Your knees may be together if you're male. If you're female, the knees will be wider. Thumbs right behind the knees. Separate that two-headed calf muscle. The feet are a little wider than the hips, and you draw a straight line. Sit down. If that doesn't work, you're grabbing a block or a bolster or whatever you need to sit on. And then the inner edges of the feet are connected with the outer hips. And if you had x-ray eyes, you would see that the bones were going straight forward. Then the arms. Left hand is going to grab the right elbow out in front. So give some pressure with the left hand so that that right elbow can push into it as you guide the right elbow overhead. And then bring it back down. You're going to do 10 reps, 3 sets. Then on the last one, you're going to bring it up and you're going to hold for at least 30 seconds. Right hand can just rest on your right shoulder. And then you're doing the same on the left side. Left hand can just rest here as you bring it up and down. 3 sets of 10. And then the last one, you lift up and you hold for 30 seconds or longer. Number 2, we'll work on the internal arm rotation of the lower arm in Gomukhasana. Let's begin in an easy cross-legged position. If you need to prop yourself up so that you can keep that low back up and in, do that. And then bring your hands behind your back. Right hand, instead of grabbing the left wrist like we did before, now it's going to grab the left elbow and walk the left hand up the back. Keep both sides of your waistline lifted and shoulders level. Hold this for between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. And then you're going to go to the other side. Left hand grabs right elbow, walking the hand up, elbow in. Hold here for between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. Then change the cross of your legs and do that once again on each side. The things to think about when you're doing this is to keep the throat back and keep the chest lifted, both sides of your waistline lifted. And have fun with it. Number 3 stretches the outer legs, the hips, and the glutes. So we're going to start lying on our backs, knees bent, feet flat, cross right thigh over left thigh, and then lift the feet off the floor and grab a hold of whatever you can grab. It might be the knees, the shins, the outer feet, and then make sure that you're broadening through the collarbones again. Feet are widening apart, and then bring the heels down and hold. Grab hold for at least 30 seconds. And then uncross the legs and take a rest. Number 4, we're almost there. Grab a strap. So you have 2 different ways to get into Gomukhasana leg. You can begin here in Dandasana, like stretched out in front of you, bend the knees, cross right thigh over left, and then bring those feet to the outside of the hips, stacking the knees. Or come to hands and knees and cross left leg behind the right leg, legs wider than hips, and come to sitting. Whichever way you get into it. Now grab a hold of your belt, fold it in half, grabbing the metal part so that you won't hurt yourself. Take it into your left hand. Inhale your right arm off to the side. Internally rotate that right arm. Thumb goes either down or behind you. Bend your right elbow, back of hand onto the back. Walk it up the back. And then inhale left arm up. Bend the left elbow, drawing it in towards the body. And walk the two hands towards each other without throwing your neck out of alignment or your spine. And once you're at your edge, pull those two elbows apart energetically and hold here for at least 30 seconds. Then release the arms and then release the legs, however you would like to release the legs. And then go to the other side. So if you're on hands and knees, it would be right leg behind left leg, coming to sitting, flexing the feet. Then grab the strap again, this time into your right hand. You can try with the right arm overhead first. See if you like that better or worse. Inhale, right arm up, bend at the elbow, left arm off to the side, internally rotate that left hand. Draw it behind your back and walk the hands towards each other and the elbows away from each other. Hold for at least 30 seconds and then release. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, how you're feeling. And finally, number 5, you may have thought you were never going to get here, but you made it. And whatever you are able to do is going to be a great accomplishment. So you can have your strap handy in case you need it. And then let's go on to the first side. Cross right thigh over left thigh, however you want to get into the legs, the Gomukhasana legs. Then take the strap into your left hand or don't use the strap. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbow. Hand, palm reaches the back. Inhale, right arm off to the side. Internally rotating that left arm. Bending the elbow, walking the hands towards each other. So if you like, here's a little trick. Since you don't have props, maybe you don't want to, go back to some of the things that we did before. For example, grabbing the elbow, right elbow, drawing into the midline, walking that right hand up the back, and then go back and just see if maybe you can go a little bit deeper because you did that. And then hold for at least 30 seconds before going on to the other side. Crossing left thigh over right thigh. And right arm overhead. Left arm internally rotates. Bend the elbow. Walk the hands towards each other. Maybe grabbing hold, maybe not grabbing hold. See if you're closer than when you began. See, more importantly, how you feel compared to where you began. And then after you've held this one for 30 seconds, go back to the first side, do it again, and go back to the second side and do it once more. And see how you feel. Congratulations, look how far you've come. But this isn't the end by any means, so keep going. Maybe you want to start again, starting at week 1. Maybe you want to return to one of the weeks that speaks to you. If you like this video, please support my channel by subscribing. And remember to like this video. It's important because it lets me know I'm doing a good job. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Namaste.